So let's just move on further towards the problems and let's just see the question for it. It says the following distribution shows the daily pocket allowance of children of a locality and the mean pocket allowance is rupees 18. Find the missing frequency F. So the table that is given to us is nothing but this. That is the daily pocket allowance in rupees is given to us as 11 to 13, 13 to 15, 15 to 17, 17 to 19, 19 to 21, 21 to 23 and so goes on 23 to 25 and the frequency is given to us as 7, 6, 9, 13, F, 5 and 4. So let us suppose if I am just answering this for this particular question over here as well. So I am forming a table over here. So let us suppose this is the daily pocket allowance. So let us suppose this is the daily pocket allowance. Daily pocket allowance. And the next table is nothing but of the frequency Fi. So I'm taking this Fi. So let's suppose if I'll write it over here as 11 to 13, we have 13 to 15. Further we have 15 to 17. Further we have 17 to 19. We have 19 to 21. We have 21 to 23. And further we have 23 to 25. This is 23 to 25. So let's just write the frequencies with respect to all these terms. So first of all, we can see over here. Let us suppose if I'm just marking over here that we have to write the data of the very first entry in such a manner, and let us suppose again I'm just writing it over here that we have to write the data for the second in this particular row, and further I'm just taking this one as nothing but for this entry, and the data over here is further for this entry, and the further data over here is nothing for this entry, and further for 21 to 23 the data is nothing under this line, and further for 23 to 25 the data is under this line. So let us suppose if I'm just forming these lines in such a manner. So okay, now let's just talk about the other things that we have. First of all, we have the Fi. So let's just write the Fi table that we already have in the question. So already in the question the Fi is given to us as nothing but, so let us suppose if I'm just taking a line under this as well. Okay, so this is the line for the headings. So the very first Fi, as you can see, is nothing but 7. So this is 7, this is 6, this is nothing but 9, this is 13, this is nothing but F. Further we have 5 and further we have nothing but 4. So let's just further talk about we have Fi. Now let's just calculate DI, but before that let's just calculate Xi. So we know Xi is nothing but the class marks. Xi are nothing but the class marks. So we know that how we can find the class mark. It is nothing but the upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So if I'll take 11 plus 13 divided by 2, so let us suppose if I'm just writing it over here that 11 plus 13 divided by 2 is nothing but is equal to, this is 24 by 2 which is nothing but 12. So hence the Xi for the very first class is 12, for this one is 14, for this one is 16, for this one is 18, for this one is 20, this is nothing but 22, this is nothing but 24. So this is my table for the Xi. Now let's just talk about the next table, which is nothing but Di. So we know that Di is actually nothing but Xi minus of A. So let's just calculate Xi minus of A. So let us suppose if I'm just ending my table over here, this is the end of my table. So this is Fi, Xi minus of A, and the next table would be of the Fi into Di. So Di is Xi minus of A. So let's just calculate Xi minus of A. So you can see Di, which is Xi minus of A is nothing but the assumed mean. So we just have to find out the assumed mean. So let's just see the central value among the Xi. So you can see the central value among the Xi is nothing but 18. This is 18. So hence A is nothing but 18. A is nothing but 18. So let's just take a D1. So D1 would be nothing but is equal to X1. X1 is 12 minus of 18. So 12 minus of 18 is nothing but is equal to minus of 6. Further, the second D2 is nothing but is equal to 14 minus of 18. This is minus of 4. Further, we have D3 as 16 minus of 18, which is nothing but minus of 2. Further, we have D4 as 18 minus of 18. The answer is 0. Further, we have D5, which is nothing but 20 minus of 18, which is equal to 2. We have D6 as nothing but 20. 2 minus of 20, 2 minus of 18, which is nothing but is equal to 4. Further, we have D7, which is nothing but is equal to, we have 24 minus of 18, which is nothing but is equal to 6. Now, further, we have to calculate FIDI. So, FIDI means the product of FI with the DI, but before that, I am finding out the sum of all the frequencies, means the sigma FI. So, if you'll find the sigma FI, so this would be nothing but 7 plus 6 plus 9, 13 plus F plus 5 plus 4, which comes out to be is equal to 44 plus of F. This is sigma of FI. Now, let's just calculate FIDI. So, we have to take the product of FI and DI. So, this is nothing but 7 into minus of 6, which is equal to minus of 42. We have 6 into minus of 4, which is minus 24. We have 9 into minus of 2, which is equal to minus 18. 13 into 0, which is equal to 0. F into 2, which is equal to 2F. Further, we have a 5 into 4, which is equal to 20. We have 4 into 6, which is equal to 24. Now, let's just take the sum of all these. So, sigma of FIDI should be nothing but is equal to, so this is 2F 18 minus 24 get cancelled with each other, minus 42, and we are getting the answer as 2F minus of 40. 2F minus of 40 is FIDI. Now, let's just calculate the value of F using the FIDI formula. So, we know that X bar is actually nothing but is equal to A plus of sigma FIDI divided by sigma FI. So, let's just plug in all the values over here if we just wanted to calculate the value of A. So, first of all, we know about this concept that, let us suppose if I'll make a table over here, if this is the table that is formed over here. So, as you can see from here that the mean is already given to us as nothing but 18. So, X bar is nothing but 18, which is equal to A. A is nothing but 18. A is nothing but 18 plus sigma FIDI is 2F minus 40 divided by sigma FI is nothing but 44 plus of F. So, 18 and 18 get cancelled with each other. At the end, we are getting this as nothing but is equal to 0, which is equal to 2F minus of 40 divided by 44 plus of F. So, obviously, the denominator cannot be equal to 0. It implies that 2F minus of 40 is equal to 0, which implies that 2F is equal to 40, and at the end, we are getting F as nothing but is equal to 20, which is nothing but our answer, because we have to calculate the value of the F, the missing frequency F, and using this particular formula, we have calculated the value of F as nothing but is equal to 20. So, this is nothing but the answer for the question number 1.